Hi guys, this is Rachel and Matt with the Kayak Center here in Wickford, Rhode Island. We are here with our first installment for our Fireside Chat video series. Our goal with this is to talk about the incredible demand in the paddle sports industry, how difficult it was to buy a kayak last year, and what we see as potential issues for the future, and how we can help you to get around that, let you know when product is coming, be as transparent as possible in the whole process to make sure that you guys can get outdoors this year. I am Rachel McCarty. I am the accessories and clothing buyer here. I've worked in the industry for 10 years on both the retail and vendor side. So, I have a lot of experience in dealing with supply chain and manufacturing issues. So we're going to hopefully be able to circumnavigate and kind of fill you guys in on how all that works.
And I'm Matt Bosgraff. I have been with the Kayak Center since I was 14 years old. I'm 37 now, so you can do the math on how long I've been around here for. I know pretty much everything I'd like to think about kayaks and should be able to help you out. I also ran distribution for a British sea kayak manufacturer, so I have experience on the wholesale side as well as the retail side. And I've been a manager here for 5 or 6 years, so sometimes I lose track. But yeah, no, we certainly can help you navigate how to get a kayak, how patient maybe you need to be to get one, depending on the manufacturer, different scenarios. So I think let's just jump right into it. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about kayaks, what it's like to try and get a kayak right now. For those of you who tried to get a kayak in the past or tried to get a kayak last summer, you may have noticed that a lot of the shelves in a lot of these stores were empty and there were no kayaks to be found. One thing that our manufacturers have done this year is they have allowed us to place our orders, but we are not allowed to edit our orders outside of color. What that means for you is it means that we don't really have the ability to special order something that we don't already have on order. Now we have orders that are stretched out between orders that came in January all the way through September. We have orders placed. 4 different models, but again, if we don't have a model that's on one of those orders, we don't have the ability to get it. But what you can do is you can put money down on one of those boats, even if it's on a July order, and commit that to yourself. So some specifics, we do have one manufacturer that we have some flexibility with, that's Eddyline Kayaks. Now, Eddyline Kayaks, what they did is we got an order early on, and because they're prioritizing different regions of the country based on when their paddling seasons are, our next priority, or their next priority to New England, is going to be in that kind of May, June, July timeframe. So we did bring in a shipment in December. Most of that inventory is sold through, but we do still have a little bit of stock left. The next order that we have is going to be July. Now, in those July orders, because it is so far in advance, they haven't even started producing those kayaks yet, which means that that is the one manufacturer that we carry that you can special order from. In order to special order a model from Eddyline, we do need to know as soon as possible, so that way we can make the adjustments, give that information to Eddyline, and then they will produce your boat. Other manufacturers, a lot of folks that are interested in kayak fishing at this time of year might look at Hobie and say, what's going on with Hobie? You might have seen some things on social media about any sort of delays that they have. So with Hobie, we did bring in an order early on. That order has, we filled most of that.
Mostly pre-sold.
Yeah, most of that stuff is pre-sold, but we still have a little bit of availability left on that. Now, that was only half of our first order. The other half of our order is going to come in March.
Sometime mid-March time frame.
Some of those are the rest of the customer orders that may have been waiting, but there's also a bunch of stock that's available. We have Outbacks that'll be in stock. We have Compasses that'll be in stock. We have regular Pro Anglers that are actually in stock right now. So from model to model, it may change a little bit. Beyond that, we do have an order that's in April. Most of our manufacturers look like they're running a month to 2 months behind. So when we speak to when our order is placed, it doesn't mean that that order is going to come in at that time. So if my order is in April, we're thinking probably May we'll start to see some of those boats. But either way, if you want to make sure that you get a boat, you're going to want to put some money down and commit to that. Old Town's another manufacturer. With Old Town, same thing. I have very little wiggle room on what I can order and what I can change. Typically colors, with enough advance notice, I can change that on a model. With Old Town, we brought in an order. We've sold through really the entire order already, and that just came in a month ago. We do have a backup order that will be coming in at the end of March. Now, at the end of March, a lot of that inventory is still available, but every day that goes by, we're going to sell another kayak, and that inventory is going to get whittled down. So for things like Sportsman 106 PDLs, that's the type of kayak that if you really want it, you're going to want to commit to it now and not later. Beyond that, I think I have a June order that'll be there, June and July, that I'll have some more boats coming in. So just, you may see some gaps there, but we will be getting stuff in. Most important thing is that if you do want a kayak, put down a deposit on that kayak.
Gotta do it as soon as possible.
Right.
The minute you know, let us know. That way we can reserve it for you. And we only require 50% deposit. And that's going to hold that boat, that color, that exact model for you, whether it's something that's in store now or is on a layaway or is on a future order. So the minute you know, let us know. We can work with you to make sure that we can get you a boat for this summer. That layaway program is also going to work with accessories as well. So, on my side here, roof racks is going to be one of the big ones that we are going to be running into issues with this year. Right now, I have pretty good stock from Thule and Yakima as far as base racks go. The only issue is going to be getting the individual fit kit for your car if your car requires it. There's no way we could possibly stock them. There's too many thousands to deal with. So biggest thing is letting us know so that we can put that part on order. Hopefully it's in stock. If it's not in stock, hopefully it's something that will come in soon. But do it now, and that way by the time it gets warm, by the time you want to be out there paddling, going on vacation, we can hopefully get a roof rack for you. So,
and if you want to go on vacation on Saturday, don't buy the roof rack on a Friday. Or not on a Friday, the Friday before the Saturday that you go on vacation.
Biggest thing is going to be, especially if you want us to do the installation, which is something that we offer, we are going to need to schedule that in advance so we can make sure we have staff here to do that, and we can get all the parts in a timely fashion for you. The other thing is going to be life jackets. That was a huge problem last year. All of our manufacturers ran out of stock by the end of fall, and then everything is made almost overseas. So everything is made almost entirely overseas. So the biggest problem is they're going to have to sit on containers. There were supply issues at the manufacturer level, at the actual factory level, and that stuff didn't even come in. It was due in January. It didn't even come in until just a couple weeks ago. So we are restocked now with NRS, with Astral, with Stolquist, but those orders were meant for leaner times where we weren't seeing as much demand. So hopefully we can get you something, and if we can have you try on life jackets, know that it's on a future order that will be coming in, say, in April, in May, in June, and get you guys on the water as soon as possible. Other accessories that we intend to see difficulties with are going to be Yak Attack. We did just get an order in now. We're restocked. We got rod holders. We got, all kinds of track mount accessories from them. Last year we did have a problem where at one point they were about 6 weeks behind as far as when we placed an order and when they shipped it to us. Right now it's looking like it's about 2 to 3 weeks behind. I'm sure they are preparing for that inevitability, but with how things are going, we don't think it's going to be easy to special order stuff. So sooner we know the better. If there's anything that we don't normally stock, we are happy to try to special order it for you, but the likelihood is kind of slim this year. We've always said in the past, absolutely, we'll get it for you, no problem. This year, I have to be a little bit more cautious about saying that. So, thank you guys for making it to the end of our video. It's a little treat for you guys. We are actually going to be giving you 20% off any of these Outdoor Research Essential Face Masks. They're pretty awesome. They come with a 3-pack of filters for a little bit extra safety. They are very comfortable to wear. Matt wears them with his glasses. There's like a metal piece in the bottom, on the top here.
Right here.
He does not get any fogging. So if you go to our website, use promo code Fireside, and you can get 20% off. And then make sure that you like and subscribe. We're going to put a button right here. Matt points to the button right here. And subscribe. That way you can tune in every single week, and it'll let you know when we have a new video coming out. Thanks, guys.
See ya.